Hey everyone, I'm Rob and welcome to the test drive. Today, I'm driving the 2018 Chrysler 300. 300 has a very distinctive look to it, and I love that Chrysler has kept this look going. With every update they've made to the 300, it still retains the same style, which is really cool, and it's very unique. We're gonna start with the exterior of the 2018 300. Not much has changed from 2017 or even 2016 for that matter in terms of the overall look of the Chrysler 300, but you know, it's still a very good looking car. You know, it has that classic body shape and then styling, but you know, it's also a very attractive car. A couple years ago when FCA, you know, kind of did a little bit of updating to this 300, you know, they really did a nice job. They put some very nice touches on it. I mean, I love the look of the front. The headlights look very good. The grille looks very good. I like the tail lights in this latest generation of the 300 as well. And overall, I mean, from the side, this really looks like a luxury vehicle. And I love that about it. It really looks good. This one sits on 19-inch rims, and you know, those look very good as well. I also love that this car has dual exhaust, just gives it a sportier look. And I mean, overall, this is a good looking car. Now, when you get into the interior of the 2018 300 is where this car really impressed me, because it looks and feels very refined. It is a very comfortable car to drive. I mean, this is very soft, comfortable leather. All of the surfaces in the car are soft touch surfaces. It looks very nice. I mean, you have this very nice steering wheel. It has a little bit of this walnut dark kind of design trim throughout the car, as well as in the steering wheel here. There's some additional nice touches with the clock at the top as well. It's a classic Chrysler 300 styling thing. And everything in here really feels high quality. I mean, the shifter, everything. You know, there's nothing in here that I really feel that I can say, you know, that's kind of cheap. Everything really was designed well, and it looks very good. The center stack is very good looking here. And in terms of comfort, the 300 has a lot of room. You know, I mean, these are big, comfortable front seats. This leather, again, as I said, is very nice soft headrests. The back seat is quite large as well. I didn't have any problem sitting behind myself. You also get a lot of trunk space in this 300 as well. You know, it's a very large trunk. It's interesting the amount of space that the 300 really has, because it doesn't look like, from the outside, it doesn't look like a very big car. It really makes very good use of its space, and it's a very comfortable, roomy interior. Now, in terms of the performance in the 2018 Chrysler 300, this one has the 3.6 liter V6, which is very standard among Fiat Chrysler automotive vehicles. So you see this in a lot of Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodge vehicles. It's a standard engine in a lot of FCA's cars and SUVs. And I mean, it's a pretty good engine. I've driven this in the Grand Cherokee and in the Challenger and in the Pacifica. And I mean, this 3.6 liter V6 feels good. Now in this 300, it puts out 292 horsepower and 264 pound-feet of torque. It's just under that 300 mark. You know, I don't know if Chrysler really cares about, you know, having that 300 plus, you know, horsepower figure in terms of advertising or anything like that. Probably not really necessary because you're almost there. But I mean, this gets up pretty quickly. It's also paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is also pretty standard in FCA vehicles with this V6 engine. And it sounds pretty good. I really am impressed with the ride quality in this 2018 300 as well, because it rides so smoothly. It's so comfortable in and out. You know, it really does ride very smoothly. Now, if you're taking it around turns, it handles okay. It's not the most planted vehicle, but it's also not bad. I mean, it handles pretty well. I mean, this is a sedan. This is a, you know, in my opinion, this is a road trip cruising car. It's not a race car, but it does have plenty of power. It's not something that's going to grip the road like crazy if you're trying to fly around turns, but it also will give you enough grip to drive rather spiritedly in this car. Now, the 300 that I'm driving is the all-wheel drive model. There's also a rear-wheel drive version of this 300. In the last few years, Chrysler has not offered the V8 paired with all-wheel drive in the 300, and they haven't done that in the Charger either. They took that away quite a few years ago. So, you know, if you want the Hemi in this 300, you're going to have to get rear-wheel drive. But the all-wheel drive system in this car is very good. I mean, you know, just from what I've been able to experience with it, but it really does limit the wheel spin. And what's really nice is that it's a rear-wheel drive biased all-wheel drive system. So you can tell when you take off that it's a rear-wheel drive biased vehicle. And I love that. I love that so much more than the front-wheel drive biased all-wheel drive vehicles. It's just nice. It's so much sportier. It's so much more fun to have that rear-wheel drive bias. Now, with all-wheel drive, this is rated at 18 miles per gallon in the city, 27 on the highway. With rear-wheel drive, it's rated at 19 miles per gallon in the city and 30 on the highway. Now, in my driving with it, I've averaged a little over 26 miles per gallon. My driving has been strictly highway, and I've also been, you know, driving a little fast. So if, you know, I drove a little bit slower, I'm sure I could get to 27 or probably even a little bit better miles per gallon. That's really not bad for a V6 and for having all-wheel drive. I really do love the technology in the 2018 Chrysler 300. This 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen is so nice and responsive and functional, and, you know, really is a very good system. Now, what's a little bit surprising to me is the fact that this one doesn't have navigation standard. I know not all of the 8.4-inch Uconnect screens come standard with navigation, but I'm just kind of surprised that in the 300 it doesn't just come standard. However, it does have Apple CarPlay, which probably most people would rather use than the car's navigation system anyways, and that's what I used in it, and the Apple CarPlay in this car works flawlessly. Now, this 300 does have heated and cooled leather seats as well as a heated steering wheel, and in the back it also has heated seats. This car is also outfitted with many USB ports. I love the fact that you have 2 in the front, you have 2 in the rear. You know, I mean, this car, from a technology basis, is really built to be connected and powered on all the time. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the 2018 Chrysler 300. I'm Rob. this is the test drive. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the video and this car and what this competes against. And please subscribe to my channel if you'd like. It does help me make more videos. And find me on Instagram at @thetestdriveNY. Thanks for taking this test drive with me. I'll talk to you soon.